Hey, what's up everybody? Sean here, and today we're going to be talking about 6 ways of making passive income with under $1,000 investments. Now, passive income is like the holy grail of finances and investing because it's really passive income that allows you to create financial freedom, financial independence, and really start kind of living the life that you want to live. For those of you who don't know what passive income is your ability to make money without actually having to work. Keep in mind that $1,000 investment for passive income, it's probably not going to have you driving Lamborghinis, living in mansions, and flying private jets. The other thing I want you to keep in mind is that passive income requires something from you, and it's either time or it's money. But let's talk about 6 different ways which you can make passive income in under $1,000. So the very first one is smashing the like button and hitting the subscribe channel. This is a really effective way to, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to get you to smash that like button. I would much appreciate it. Now, the first type of passive income that you can do is index fund investing. For those of you who don't know what index funds are, essentially they are a group of stocks that are all comprised into one fund. So instead of going out there and trying to buy a little piece of Apple, a little piece of Amazon, a little piece of Tesla, and a little piece of something else, you can essentially invest in one fund that comprises everything. So take the S&P 500, for instance. The S&P 500 is a fund that comprises the 500 largest companies. Instead of spending a fortune trying to buy little individual pieces and taking up a ton of time, what you can do is just invest in the S&P 500 fund, for instance, VFIAX, and that will give you a piece of the 500 largest companies on the stock exchange. Now, without going into too much detail about index fund investing, historically, index fund investing has outperformed professional stock picking over the course of the long run, averaging about 10 to 11%. Now, the reason why you're able to get some passive income from this is because most index funds also provide a payout in the form of dividends. Take VFIAX, for instance. Currently, it pays a dividend yield of 1.77%. So what that means is for every $100 that you invest, you're essentially getting $1.77 back every single year. So that means if you invest $1,000, you'll be getting $17.70 each year. The nice thing about this form of investing is it requires very little time. Other than opening up an account and making your first initial investment, you don't have to do a whole lot because these companies are ran by managers and CEOs and stuff. You simply just own a small little portion of that company by investing in this fund. The only time that it takes is simply to maybe log in every month and do a monthly investment or yearly or quarterly, or however frequently you want to invest money into this. So the second type of passive income investing for under $1,000 is dividend investing. Dividends are a great way of creating passive income for yourself that doesn't really require very much time. Now, for those of you who don't know what dividends are, essentially it's a payment given to you by a company that's a percentage of the profits that that company earns. Now, dividend payouts range anywhere typically from 3 to 5%. However, some are higher and some are lower than that. So take AT&T, for instance, who pays right now an annual dividend yield of 7.17%. What that means is that for every $100 that you spend or invest, you will get $7.17 back each year. So that means if you invest $1,000, you will be getting back $71.70. Another added benefit of dividend stock investing is that you also get to capitalize on the stock gains. So if you invest $1,000, if the valuation of that company and the stock goes up, you also get to profit on that as well. One thing to keep in mind, though, in terms of dividend stock investing is that that money that you earn is counted as ordinary tax income. So that means that whatever tax bracket that you're in, you will be paying taxes on that as opposed to a long-term investment hold. My recommendation is if you're going to do dividend stocks, make sure you do it through a 401k or a Roth IRA or an IRA in general to help void some of the taxation. Now, the third option of passive income investing for under $1,000 are known as REITs, which stand for Real Estate Investment Trusts. This is a great opportunity for people who are interested in real estate but don't want to deal with the problems of managing their own property, dealing with tenants and painters and landscapers and all these things, but they still want to own a portion of some real estate. So the best way to think about REITs are stocks for real estate. When you purchase into a REIT, essentially you're investing into a company that then invests the pool of investor monies into various real estate classes based upon what that fund is. So you might have a REIT that deals with commercial property. You might have one that deals with medical buildings. You might have one that deals with apartment buildings. Typically with $1,000 investment, you're looking to receive $20 to $60 per year. One thing to keep in mind about REITs though are that you will not get to have the tax advantages of owning your own real estate, and you also can't leverage your money like you would if you were buying your own real estate property. But if you only have $1,000, more than likely you're not going to be doing too much real estate investing to begin with. The other thing to note is that this income as well is taxed as ordinary income. Okay, so number 4 is affiliate marketing. So the idea behind affiliate marketing is you get to promote other people's businesses or products. So this is a great opportunity for those who don't want to deal with the hassle of creating your own products or building your own brand or a service. You can essentially take someone else's product or company and basically be an outside salesperson or a person that promotes that product, and you will receive commissions. Now, those commissions can vary greatly depending on the company and the type of product that you're selling, but they usually are between 15 to 50% of the revenue that you generate for that company. So this is gonna be one that actually does take up a little bit more of your time because you are gonna have to build an audience. So if you don't have a big audience already, one of the things you have to really focus on is really building your audience. And it could be on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or any other place that you can start driving traffic to, like blogs. But the idea will be that, as you begin to create value and give information to people, you can utilize links. And when people click on that link and they actually purchase the product that you talk about, you will receive commission payouts over time. Now, there are affiliate programs for pretty much every kind of category. My recommendation, some of the best places to start are Amazon Associates, Webull, Kajabi, Robinhood, and a bunch of other places that have a lot of products that you can easily source a lot of content, a lot of information, find something that you really believe in, that you really think is valuable for you and valuable for a lot of other people, and then go out there and try to promote it on your channels and on your audience pages. Like I said, this one will take a little bit of work. It's not something you just start up tomorrow and all of a sudden you're making a ton of money, but the potential is very large. I mean, there are people out there who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing affiliate marketing. So the 5th one is what I'm doing right now, which is a YouTube channel. Now, I understand YouTube is something that really takes a lot of time. You got to figure out the content you're going to create. You got to film the content. You got to edit the content. It's something that you can start for relatively cheap, well under $1,000. I mean, for a $1,000 investment, you can easily get a really good camera or use your phone, get some decent lighting and a microphone if needed. And at that point, the world's at your fingertips. Now, this is one thing that even though it takes some time, it has a huge ROI potential. There are people who make an insane amount of money on YouTube posting regularly, but the key will be consistent posting, providing valuable content that people want to watch. But as you build it, you can easily, within like the first year, probably make at least $100 a day. And as you move forward, there are people who make 10 to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month as they build their brand, as they build their stuff out. The other reason why this is a really good option is because as you build out your audience, there are other ways in which you can incorporate your YouTube channel to make additional money. This could be in terms of courses or merchandising or affiliate marketing. The one thing I do also want to note about this is that this is not true passive income. I kind of like to call this like active passive income, because yes, while over time your videos will keep growing, you do have to continually put out new content to stay relevant. But the reason why it is kind of like passive income is because you can continue to make money on your previous videos as you make new ones. Okay, now the 6th passive income idea for under $1,000 are online courses or education. If you have any sort of a skill, could be math, English, could be soccer, sports, an instrument, finances, fitness, health, spirituality, anything whatsoever, if you have some knowledge in it or some expertise, you essentially can create a course or some content and sell it as education. And you would be surprised at how much money people are able to make this way. One of the biggest trends that's happening right now is online education, and people are paying lots of money to learn from people who have certain experience in things or a level of expertise that they can learn from. Now, there are a lot of great ways in which you can sell this information, like Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, and a lot of other websites, but essentially the idea would be that you would take some time, build out a course, build out some content or material that would really solve a major problem for people, put it up on some of these sites, some of these various resources, and at that point you would spend your time promoting your product and selling it. The wonderful thing about this is even though it's not entirely passive income, you will, like a YouTube channel, have to build up your audience a little bit. You can scale it at a massive level, and before you know it, once you kind of build your brand big enough, you can make money as you sleep. So this is one that will take a little bit more time, but you can get started for a very, very cheap amount, and the ROI potential on this is absolutely astronomical. The major thing I also say about this is a lot of people, when I mention this to them, they start to think like, oh, I'm not really like a world-renowned expert. And you do not have to be. If you have any bit of an experience, or you have some sort of transformation you made on yourself. So let's say you were overweight and you managed to learn how to get back in shape while eating foods that you love. Or let's say you had a lot of acne and you use natural remedies to cure it. You could actually create courses and content on that showing people what you did in order to solve your problem. Now, there are a lot of other ways in which you can make passive income, but I do think these 6 are a really great place to start. Like I said, most of these don't require too much time. There are a few of them that do, like YouTube channel, creating content, or a course online. However, like I said, with passive income, you either have to trade time or you got to trade money. And if you don't have a lot of money, you may have to trade up some time. However, when you start to create passive income on the side, this can open up a lot of doors in terms of wealth building and financial freedom, because eventually you'll get to the point where you make enough money that you do no longer have to work your job and you can do the things that you love. But make sure you comment below, what's your favorite type of passive income? Is there anything that you're doing, or which one are you most excited about? Make sure you comment down below. Like always, smash that like button if this provided some value to you, and hit the subscribe channel as well, and it means the world to me.